Birthdays should feel special, not stressful. A simple, honest conversation can turn confusion into connection and make the celebration that much more meaningful. I am joined by today Mr. Manners Thomas Farley to talk about birthday blues. Well, you look the part, Thomas. Great to see you.
Thank you. Not feeling blue, just wearing it.
Okay, well, again, around birthdays, there's a lot of anticipation, a lot of expectations. Let's cover some ways that we can help manage these.
Yes, so really what I wanted to focus on specifically is hopefully a scenario that doesn't happen too often, but when it does, it can be so brutal for the birthday celebrant. And specifically, it's tips for what to do if someone and seemingly everyone has forgotten your birthday. So especially if you're one of those people for whom your birthday is the most important, biggest day of the year, this can be really painful and quite embarrassing. And I'm reminded of, I don't know if you know this episode, Nicole, but there's a famous episode of I Love Lucy where Lucy thought her husband, Ricky, and Ethel and Fred had all forgotten. She winds up joining a band called the Friends of the Friendless, who she meets in Central Park and comes back to Ricky's nightclub to give him a piece of her mind for having forgotten her birthday. And of course, there they are with an enormous cake and a big surprise party for her. So Lucy was embarrassed and had a lovely birthday. It was a really heartwarming episode. But my point here is, don't presume just because you haven't been wished a happy birthday by 9 a.m. that morning doesn't mean there's not some special surprise in store for you or a special dinner that just hasn't been revealed yet. So don't jump to conclusions right off the bat that somebody has forgotten your birthday.
Okay, good advice. How about being your birthday best? What do you mean by this?
Yes. So I think on your birthday, and of course this is, we hope, how you are every day, but I would suggest for your birthday, you're going to bring that big birthday energy. So you're going to wear your favorite outfit, you're going to put on a genuine smile, and even for the people who you know legitimately would have no reason to know it's your birthday, a store clerk, the letter carrier, the people that you're meeting just throughout the day, you're going to bring just that special burst of joy and happiness in your own bearing, the way you're dealing with others. And I think that's one of the most wonderful things we can be on our birthday, is our best version of ourselves, even to people who we would not expect to be in the know.
Okay, perfect. Well, circling back to the idea of being presumptuous and not sure whether people have remembered your birthday or not, if the day is kind of lingering on and you're not hearing a lot of feedback, you advise us to keep the hints subtle.
Subtle. So as the sun is starting to set and it's seeming like still no one in your household, really is what we're talking about, has acknowledged your birthday, it may be time for just a little few bars of humming happy birthday. And when you get, happy birthday to as in me, you don't have to point to yourself necessarily, but that should get your family members wondering, why is Nicole humming happy? Oh, it's her birthday today. This way you're giving them an out. They can say they remembered, even if they didn't, without actually saying, do you know what today is? I think it's just a nicer, slightly subtle way of doing so.
Okay, well, I have to admit, I use Facebook as a great reminder for people's birthdays. You recommend this tool too?
Yeah, so I think we're living in an age, and depending on how you engage with social media, some of us are not using Facebook perhaps as much as we used to, but I think one of the things it is very, very good for is remembering other people's birthdays. So if you're someone for whom having your birthdays being acknowledged is important, make sure you have it up there so that your Facebook friends will find it and they can wish you a happy birthday. Hopefully they can do better than a simple, happy bday with a smiley face on Facebook. I'd love it if that prompted a phone call or an actual card or an in-person greeting if possible. I think Facebook message is lazy, but at the very least, if birthdays are important to you, you acknowledge other people's birthdays through Facebook and other means, they will do the same for you. But they can't do that if you don't have your birthday listed. You don't need the year, just the month and the date should suffice.
Okay, this next one I have a personal anecdote. My best girlfriend, Tracy B, yes, I'm shouting you out, you forgot my birthday this year. But of course, I showed grace and understanding and just reminded her, I may be getting older, but you're losing your memory.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. And, if two friends can't have that kind of humor and that understanding of one another, what I think, and I don't know if this happened in your case, but the nice thing I think sometimes about having a birthday forgotten by somebody who really should know better and who does know our birthday, when they realize their mistake, sometimes the makeup celebration, people will go overboard to overcompensate for their error. So whereas you might have just gotten a phone call, now maybe you're getting a dinner out of it or something, far bigger than just a simple birthday card in the mail. So that's the silver lining when people do forget your birthday and they know it's important to you and you remember theirs. They're gonna do everything in their power to really show how grateful they are to know you and to love you, hopefully through an even nicer celebration than you might have gotten otherwise.
Yeah, very true. Again, another personal anecdote, you say set the example. So my son Thomas goes way out of his way for everybody's birthday, and it just helps kind of boomerang back to him too.
I think we, for those of us, and hopefully it's all of us, who are blessed to have very special people in our lives. You might say, well, I tell my friends they're special, or I tell my significant other they're special. But the fact is, this is one day out of the year for us really as good, caring people who care about manners, who care about humankind, to just stop, take the needle off the record, and take a few moments out of our day. I love, honestly, Nicole, one of my favorites. I realize on a birthday, somebody's busy, they're running around, they might not have time for a full 2-hour-long phone catch up. I love sending a voice text rather than just a text message, but something where they get to hear my voice. They don't have to listen to a voicemail, call voicemail to listen to it. They just pop and they've got a nice birthday message from me. It's a tradition I like to keep, and for all the important people in my life, it's a bar I like to set for myself. Hopefully it's acknowledged and reciprocated, but at the very least, hopefully it's appreciated, and I think it is.
Okay, well, you know what, Thomas? I live every day like it's my birthday, so you can wish me happy birthday any day.
Well, happy birthday to you.
And happy birthday to you, too. Thomas, great to see you. Thank you for the conversation.
Likewise, same here.
Beautiful, gentle reminders from Mr. Manners, Thomas Farley, on how to be sure to gently ease into your birthday celebrations and give people gentle reminders as to when it is. Now don't go far, we're introducing our first Book Nook title of 2026. Karen and Taylor are here with their official introduction to Alchemized by Sin Len Yu. Stay with us, you're watching Arkansas Style.